Hello and welcome to the cabin of the Volvo XC40. So Volvo's new compact SUV. It joins the XC60 and the XC90 in Volvo's SUV range. Now, Volvo as a brand, I suppose, it became very well known and built up a great reputation for building excellent family cars, particularly estate cars. But now it seems they've taken all those expertise that they've honed over years of building estate cars and applied them to SUVs. And it's a sign of the times. The SUV is taking over Ireland and Europe. It's a new phenomenon, and Volvo has responded to that in an excellent way. The XC90 and the XC60 are highly acclaimed. So now it's the turn of the XC40, the baby in the family. It's built on a new platform, a new compact vehicle platform that's going to underpin the rest of the cars in the 40 series. The XC40 is the first of those, but we can expect probably a hatchback or estate, maybe. So yeah, this is the first of that new 40 series and a new platform. So on the outside, the car, it looks really well. It's got a great confident presence. Now this model I have is an R design, so you get the larger wheels and you've got this black roof and this fantastic bursting blue, that's the name of it, blue paintwork, metallic blue, looks fantastic. The car can definitely hold its own among premium competitors. Then we move inside, and again, very satisfying interior. Generally the quality of everything you touch and you can see directly is very good. We've got a full digital display here as standard. We have the 9-inch touchscreen and some very nice interior trims. Like, I really like this one here. Now this is an R design model, so you know it's going to be a bit plush because of the price. We'll get to that in a minute. But this car, it will seat 5. The rear space is generous as well. There's two deep footwells there, good headroom, and the boot is about 432 litres. So it's competitive. It's not massive, but it is competitive. So in terms of pricing, well, the range kicks off at about €36,450. Now, when the car was launched earlier in the year, it arrived with two more top-end engines. So there was the D4 all-wheel drive and the T5 petrol. So now there's also a T3 petrol, which is the entry model with it's a front-wheel drive model, and that's your 36,450. So there's, in terms of trim levels, there's a base, there's momentum, inscription, and R design. Now there's also a T4 petrol. The T3 has about 156 horsepower. Then there's the T4 with about 150, and then the T5, I think it's 247 horsepower. In their diesels, the D3 diesel with 150, and this is the D4 diesel with 190. So a ton of power, and it mates really well to that 8-speed automatic gearbox. This all-wheel drive R design model with the 2-litre diesel with 190 horsepower D4, it's got a list price about €51,000, and this one I have loaded up with some extras comes in at over €60,000. So yeah, the price can get pretty inflated very quickly for what is still a compact SUV, so just be wary of that. The standard equipment is very good at being a Volvo. There's loads of great safety equipment. You have that touch screen, the digital instrument display, there's parking camera, sensors, there's your climate control, cruise control. So it is well kitted out. The R design, I suppose, it adds some more equipment, more styling upgrades as well to the car, and part leather upholstery. So this feels very premium inside, and it looks really smart on the outside too. It's so comfortable. It's beautifully, softly sprung, really deliciously soft and comfortable and refined. And there is a number of driving modes as well, so I have it in the comfort mode most of the time, but if you want a little bit more hefty steering and more throttle response, not that it's really necessary with this engine because it's quite powerful, but there's also a sport mode, so it can be just as sporty as you want it to be. It holds the road well, and the steering is light and intuitive. It's not huge on feedback, but generally it doesn't affect the driving pleasure you can extract from this car. The D4 diesel is probably a bit steep on the juice. It's all-wheel drive, so at the moment my average is about 8.3 litres per 100 kilometres, and your motor tax is about €280. But the D3 diesel would offer superior economy. So to sum up the Volvo XC40, well, definitely a very worthy winner of that title of European Car of the Year. I'm very impressed with this car. Often, you hear of these cars being awarded accolades, but until I've driven it myself, I always reserve my judgment. But I've been really impressed with this car. I really like the fit and finish, the ergonomics of the interior, that genuine premium feeling, and got a confident stance. The car looks good. They've expanded that engine range. There's more hybrids and electrics coming in the future, allegedly. So, and I'm sure it's true because Volvo are heading that way. Anyway, they're big time on ditching diesel. So for the moment, the diesel is probably the backbone of this range. But there's plenty to choose from. They're well-equipped cars, very nice to drive, practical accommodation for family, or just like me, enjoy it by yourself. There's no problem with that. So yeah, thumbs up for the Volvo XC40.